Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Oma Ideal Kitchen, and in today's video we'll be making afang soup. And just like the caption you saw, it is a low budget afang with less than 5,000 naira. So now let's dive into this video. This is the afang that I've already pounded and I got it for 1,000. I bought this pomo for 500 naira, and here I have like my stockfish, blackfish and pepper. I bought the stockfish for 200, the blackfish for 300 and the pepper for 200. This is the water leaf. I bought it for 500, and here is my goat meat. I got this for 1,500 naira. Here is my crayfish as well. I got it for 200 naira. So this is what it looks like for 200 naira. With all of this in place, let's start the cooking proper. So in a clean pot, the first thing I did was to put my goat meat washed, like neatly washed, into the pot. And I got this goat meat for 1,500 naira. You cannot imagine. So this goat meat does not have any bone. It is just meat. The next thing I did was to add my pomo. You can call it cow skin. Then I added my onions, nicely diced, my stockfish, my blackfish, and a little amount of salt. You want to be very careful when you're adding salt, because you know the afang does not absorb salt. So the same amount of salt you put in is the same amount of salt you will get. Next thing I added was my seasoning cube, and then I added my blended crayfish and pepper. The next thing I added was water. At this point, you want to add a good amount of water so that it is not too much. Remember, we're cooking afang soup and not egusi or guano soup. As you can see, I added 1.5 cups of water and I covered and allowed to cook for about 15 minutes. The next thing I did was to wash the water leaf. You want to wash and sieve this water leaf very nicely because you don't want to taste sand in your food. Personally, I washed and sieved this water leaf about 3 times to ensure that all the sand in it is gone. And then I set aside to allow the water, the remaining water from the leaves, just sieve out. The meal is ready.
So what are you washing now? Water leaf?
This is the water leaf.
It looks like spinach.
Not forgetting our stock on the fire, it's already properly cooked. Right now the meat is really soft, so the next thing I'm going to do is give it a good stir and sieve it, and then we start cooking the afang proper. Now after transferring the stock to another plate, the next thing we're going to do is add some palm oil into the pot. You want to add a good amount of palm oil because of course this is afang soup. Do not hesitate to add onions into the palm oil. You can add as much as you want. I know onions is currently expensive in the market, but it doesn't matter, right? We're cooking afang. Now I'm going to give it a good stir and allow to simmer for about 2 minutes before adding the water leaf. I'm going to continue to fry this water leaf with the oil and onions mixture. Also, beautiful people, you're permitted to actually leave the remaining leaves from the sieve so that you do not add sand into your pot of soup. A lot of people have different method of cooking afang soup, but for me, I like to fry my water leaf before adding the afang into the pot. At this point, the water leaf is properly fried and I'm going to be adding my meat and the stock. At this point, a lot of afang lovers and afang eaters will be asking, where is the periwinkle? Where is the periwinkle? I actually wanted to buy periwinkle, but it was really dirty and there was nobody to break it for me. So I just had to leave it. But then, this is a low budget afang soup. And of course, we don't necessarily need to have it in our soup because it doesn't define the soup taste or the sweetness of the soup. Meanwhile, just take a minute and look at my soup. It is giving luxury. The green from the water leaf is greening and everything is just in perfect consistency. I'm going to also allow this to cook for a while, like less than 1 minute, and the next thing to do is to add our afang into the pot and just cover to cook for about 6 to 7 minutes. Naturally, afang leaves are really hard and you don't want to cook for just few minutes before bringing it out of the fire, because when you do that, it's going to be really hard and it will be so impossible to chew well. Another thing you should take note of is the consistency of this afang soup. You can see that it is not too watery, and then it is giving the accurate thickness it should give. This is the time where you get to taste your soup to confirm if the seasoning is okay, and if it's too small you can add a little to taste, and then you continue to cook your soup for a few minutes before you bring it down from the heat. Stir, 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 cover and allow to cook for the next few minutes, and then you have your beautifully and wonderfully made afang soup. This is really nice. Right now, this soup is giving I studied in Harvard. It's giving take me home, put me in your freezer. Anyways, thank you for watching this video till the end. If you actually did watch this video to the end, thank you so much. You're the real MVMPA, AVMPA. I don't know what that thing is called, but thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe, click the like button, share this video, and of course, comment down below in the comment section what you think if you'll be trying this soup. And till we see in our next video. Mwah.